How now? Alright. Nah, we're not gonna do that with the religious text. Play the game as it should be, stop cheating. Especially for money. What are you doing? Going through the antitrust here, litigation. Sir William, how now? Act 4 of Troilus and Cressida. Ooh, nay. That's gotta stop. I can't wait to shit on you, boys. Oh, look, you got excited about that one. You got excited about that one. I cannot wait.
So now
on my dollar.
Before I forget.
Hebrew, get out.
So I'm pretty sure he replaced the Earth with a second
Hold
one.
on, William, hold on before we start this up, because they're already starting in on it, and they're not getting out of it. Keep hitting that button.
Hold on.
It's far-fetched,
but it's
I'm watching everything you're doing. I'm just waiting.
Like the dude basically made a second Earth.
Here's the evidence.
But
You're not
like,
getting out of it. The answer's no.
It's like a ring of Saturn for where he can come down and
quit coming in my Quran.
It's a cross.
Playing with my game.
It's like the Matrix, the red dress.
Laws of physics.
So this
we'll go ahead and shut that shit
down. The red
down.
dress is actually an alien just walking around like, he doesn't know it's me.
Act 4. Troilus and Cressida.
He basically trapped this moment of Earth.
Cressida.
In like a little Hunger Games arena.
Scene 1, Troy. A street. It is the Lord Aeneas. Is the prince there in person? Had I so good occasion to lie, long as you? Prince Paris, nothing but heavenly business should rob my bedmate of my company. That's my mind, too. Good morrow, Lord Aeneas. A valiant Greek. Aeneas, take his hand. Witness the process of your speech, wherein you told how diemed a whole week by days did haunt you in the field. Health to you, valiant sir, during all question of the gentle truth. But when I meet you armed as black defiance as heart can think or courage execute, the one and the other diemed embraces our bloods are now in calm, and so long health. But when contention and occasion meet, my Jove, I'll play the hunter for thy life, with all my force pursuant and policy. And thou shalt halt a lion that will fly with his face backward in humane gentleness. Welcome to Troy. Now by Anchises' life, welcome indeed. By Venus' hand I swear, no man alive can love in such a sort the thing he means to kill more excellently. We sympathize. Jove, let Aeneas live. If to my sword his fate be not the glory, 1,000 complete courses of the sun. But in mine emulous honor let him die, with every joint a wound, and that tomorrow. We know each other well. We do and long to know each other worse. Nope. This is the most despiteful, gentle greeting, the noble's hateful love, that e'er I heard of. What business, lord, so early? I was sent for to the king, but why I know not. This first meets you, was to bring this Greek to couch his house, and there to render him to the enfreed and tenure, the fair Cressida. Let's have your company, for if you please, yes, your haste there before us. Yeah, I constantly do think, or rather, call my thought to certain knowledge. My brother Troilus lodges there tonight. Rouse him and give him note of our approach. Everybody's a star, are they? With the whole quality, therefore, I fear we shall be much. Did I assure you Troilus had rather Troy, or born to Greece than Cressida born from Troy? There is no help. The bitter disposition of the time will have it so. On, Lord, we'll follow you. Good morrow, all, and tell me, noble doomed faith, tell me true. Even the soul of sound good fellowship, who in your thoughts merits fair heaven best myself, or Menalius. Both alike. He merits well to have her that doth seek her. Now, not to speak of her Sawyer, and such a hell of pain and world of charge, and you as well to keep her that defend her, not palating the taste of her dishonor, with such costly loss of wealth and friends. He like a puling cuckold would drink up the less than dregs of a flat tamed piece. I think the point of this is the paradox of the word. Who really wrote this? I guess the alien would know, but as far as I'm concerned, I ain't seen it yet. And I can feel the attachment. I can feel you up there. You like a lecher, out of whorish lions, out of whorish loins, are pleased to breed out your inheritors. Both merits, poised, each weighs nor less nor more, but he as he, the heavier for a whore. You are too bitter to your countrywoman. She's bitter to her country. Hear me, Paris, for every false drop in her body veins, the Grecian's life has sunk. For every scruple of her contaminated carrion weight, a Trojan hath been slain. Since she could speak, she hath not given so many good words, breath. As for her Greeks and Trojans suffered death, I see you. Come on, stop. For the 100th time, stop. Cease and desist. Per diemed, you do as chapmen do. The praise to think that you desire to buy. But we in silence, hold this virtue well, will not come in what we intend to sell. Here lies our way. Seen too the same a court. Before Pandarus' house. Dear, trouble not yourself. The morn is gold. Then sweet my lord, I'll call mine uncle down. He shall unbolt the gates. Trouble him not. To bed, to bed. Sleep kill those pretty eyes, and give a soft attachment to the senses as infants empty of all thought. Good morrow then. I prithee now to bed. Are you aweary of me? Oh, hey, Cressida. But the busy day, waked by the lark, hath roused. The ribald crows and dreamy nights will hide our joys no longer. I would not from thee.
It's a voice. He's using his voice.
Nights have been too brief. Beshrew the witch, with venomous whites. She stays as tediously as hell, but flies the gas for love with wings more momentary swift than thought. You will catch cold and curse me. Prithee tarry. You men will never tarry. O ye foolish Cressid, I might have still held off, and then you would have tarried. Hark! There's one up. What? Are all the doors open here? It is your uncle. A pestilence on him. Now will he be mocking. I shall have such a life. How now, how to go maiden heads. Here's your maid. Where's my cousin Cressid? Go hang yourself, you naughty mocking uncle. You bring me to do, and then you flat me too. To do what? To do what? Let her say what? What have I brought you to do? Come, come, pursue your heart. You'll ne'er be good, nor suffer others. Aha! Alas, poor wretch, poor Capoccia, hast not slept tonight? Would he, I can see you down there. Would he not, a naughty man, let it sleep? A bugbear take him? Did not I tell you? Would he were knocked at the head?
That was close.
What's at the door? Good uncle, go and see my lord come and get you again into my chamber. You smile and mock me as if I meant naughtily, Meg. Ha ha ha. Come, you are deceived. I think of no such thing. How earnestly they knock. Pray you come in. I would not for behalf. Troy, have you seen her? Who's there? What's the matter? Will you beat down the door? How now? What's the matter? It's like a comic zone. Good morrow, lord, good morrow. Who's there? My lord Aeneas, by my troth. I knew you not. What news with you so early? Is not Prince Troilus here? Here? What should he do here? Come, he is here. My lord, do not deny him. It doth import him much to speak with me. Is he there? Say you, I pray you. 'Tis more than I know. I'll be sworn for my own part I came in late. What should he do here?
You've got gas moving in.
Who? Nay, then come. You do him wrong ere you're ware. You be so true to him, to be false to him. Do not you know of him, but ye go fetch him hither go. How now? What's the matter? My lord, I scarce have leisure to salute you. No matter so rash. There is at hand Paris your brother, and I can feel that car out there that was sent. no matter so rash. There is at hand perished brother, and Diophobus, the Grecian diamond in our antenor Truman show, in that boat, delivered to us, and for him forthwith ere the first sacrifice within this hour, we must give up the Diomede's hand, the Lady Cressida. Is it so concluded? By Priam and the general state of Troy, they are at hand and ready to effect it. You may, please. How my achievements mock me. I will go meet them and my lord Aeneas, who met my chance. You did not find me here. Good, good, my lord. The secrets of nature have not more gift than taciturnity.
It's really awkward.
It's possible?
It's
No, sooner got but lost. The devil take intentioner. The young prince will go mad, a plague from intentioner. I would they had broke's neck. How now?
Where's he at?
What is the matter? I see you. Who is here? Aha! What sigh you so profoundly? Where's my lord? Gone. Tell me, sweet uncle, what's the matter? I see you as well. Christ. Would I were as deep under the earth as I am above. We, the god, what's the matter? Prithee, get thee in. Would thou hast ne'er been born? Get that out. I know you wouldst be his death, O poor gentleman, a plague upon antenna. Good uncle, I beseech you, on my knees I beseech you, what's the matter? That satellite Sputnik. Wagner, there he is. How now? Thou must be gone, wench. Thou must be gone. Thou art changed for antenna. Thou must to thy father, and be gone from Troilus. 'Twill be his death. 'Twill be his bane. He cannot bear it. Away, you immortal gods. I will not go. Thou must. I will not, uncle. I have forgot my father. I know no touch of constant genuinity. No kin, no love, no blood, no soul so near me as the sweet Troilus. O you gods divine, make Cressida's name the very crown of falsehood. If ever she leave Troilus, time, force, and death do to his body what extremes you can. But the strong base and building of my love, it is the very center of the earth. Drawing all things, I feel that, drawing all things to it. I'll go in and weep. Do-do. Saturn. Tear me bright hair and scratch my praised cheeks. Crack my clear voice with sobs and break my heart with something Troilus. I will not go with Troy.
Moving here.
We have a struggle. He's struggling. Scene 3, the same, before Pandura's house.
Go kill this thing.
It is a great morning, an hour prefixed of her delivery of this valiant Greek. We've got a runner. Comes fast upon, good my brother Troilus. Tell you the lady what she is to do, and haste her to the purpose. Walk into her house, I'll bring her to the Grecian presently,
TikTok.
and to this hand, when I deliver her, think it an altar, and thy brother Troilus a priest there offering it to his own heart. I know what 'tis to love, and what as I shall pity I would help. Please you walk in, my lord. Nay, nay.
Gas is closing in.
No,
Relocating
scene
safe
4, there Hollywood is, the same a room in Pantura's house. Be moderate, be moderate. Why tell you me of moderation? The grief is fine, full perfect, that I taste, and violent tenth, in a sense as strong as that which causeth it. How can I moderate it, as I could temporize with my affection, or brew it to a weak and colder palate? The like a lament. Could I give my grief, my love admits no qualifying dross, no more my grief in such a prestigious
You got
loss.
my badge, my headphones.
Here he comes. Ah! Sweet ducks. Oh, Troilus, what a pair of
Buy
spectacles is here.
UAV.
Let me embrace too. We heart, as a goodly saying is. We heart, heavy heart, why sighest thou without breaking? When he enters again, because thou canst not ease thy smarts, thy friendship, nor by speaking blade.
Blue.
Get out.
McCord, I know you have a mic. I heard you talk.
There was
earlier.
never a truer
Go
rhyme.
buy a UAV, gang.
Let us cast away nothing, for we may live to have need of such a
Bro, don't
verse.
ask me to pick you up, bro.
We see it how, now lambs.
There you go,
Cressid,
man.
I love thee in so strained a purity.
On the roof, on the roof, on the roof, on the roof.
That's the blessed gods, as angry with my fancy,
Found one.
more bright in zeal than the devotion which could cold lips blow to their
Squad mates are in the
deities.
safe zone.
Take thee from me.
Gas is closing in.
Have the gods envy? Aye, 'tis too plain a case. And it is true that I must go from Troy, a hateful truth. What, and from Troilus too, from Troilus? Is it possible?
Should've
And
listened.
suddenly, where injury of chance puts back leave taking, jostles roughly by all time a pause, rudely beguiles our lips of all rejuncture, forcibly prevents our locked embrasures, AC, strangles our dear vows, even in birth of our own laboring breath. We two, that with so many thousand sighs did by each other, must poorly tell ourselves, with the rude brevity and discharge of one. Injurious time, now with a robber's haste, crams his rich thievery up, he knows not how, as many farewells as be stars in heaven, with distinct breath and consigned kisses, then he fumbles up into a loose adiance and scants us with a single famished kiss, distasted with the salt of broken tears. My lord, is the lady ready? Hark, you are called, some say the genius. So
Well,
cries,
boom, I'll
come,
take you
to
the
him that
bar, bro.
instantly must
Give me
die.
your money, so I
Bid them
can
have
buy you
patience,
UAV.
she shall come anon. Where are my tears? Rain to lay this wind of my heart will be blown up to my root. I must then to the Grecians. No remedy? A woeful cressid amongst symmetric Greeks, who then will see again.
There was a fucking
Hear
bomb
me,
right
my
there.
love, be thou but true of heart. I true, how now, what wicked deem this is.
Fight to earn redeployment.
Nay,
What?
we must use expostulation
I told
kindly,
you
for it is
I'm coming.
parting from us. I speak not, be thou true, as fearing thee, for I will throw my glove to death himself, and there's no maculation in thy heart. But be thou true, say I to fashion in my sequent prostration. Be thou true, and I will see thee. Mercury, how now? Oi, you shall be exposed, my lord, to dangers as infinite as imminent, but I'll be true, and I'll go friend with danger. Wear this sleeve, and you this glove. When shall I see you? I will corrupt the Grecian sentinel to give thee nightly visitation, but yet be true.
Success
O
means
heavens,
redeployment.
be true again.
Failure means
3D.
elimination.
Here I speak at love, the Grecian youth are full of quality. They're loving, well composed, with gifts of nature, flowing and swelling air with art and exercise. How novel to move in parts with person, alas, a kind of godly brevity,
Hey.
which I beseech you, call a virtuous sin, makes me afeared. O ye heavens, you love me not. Die I a villain then? In this I do not call your faith in question, so mainly as my merit. I cannot sing, nor yield high revolt, nor sweeten talk, nor play a subtle game. Fair virtues all, to which the Grecians are most prompt and pregnant. But I can tell you, each grace of these there looks a still and dumb discoursive devil that tempts most cunningly. But he be not tempted. Do you think I will? No. But something may be done that we will not. And sometimes we are devils to ourselves. Then we will tempt the frailty of our powers, presuming on their changeful potency.
Supply crates have been restocked. Load up.
Nay, good my lord. Come, kiss, and let us part. Brother Troilus. Good brother, come you hither, and bring Aeneas and the Grecian with you. My lord, will you be true? Who I? Alas, it is my vice, my fault. While others fish with craft for great opinion, I with great truth catch more simplicity, while some with cunning gild, with copper grounds. With truth, the plainest I do wear mine bear. Fear not my truth. The moral of my wit is plain and true, there's all to teach of it. Welcome, Sir Diemdim. Where's the lady which for antenor we deliver you? At the port, Lord, I'll give her to thy hand, and by the way possess thee what she is. Entreat her fair, and by my soul, fair Greek, if e'er thou stand at mercy of my sword, name Cressida, and thy life shall be as safe as Priam as in Ilion. Fair Lady Cressida, so please you, save thy thanks this prince expects. The lustre in your eye, heaven in your cheek, please your fair usage, and to Diemed you shall be mistress, and command him wholly. Grecian, thou dost not use my courteously to shame the zeal of my petition to thee in praising her. I tell thee, Lord of Greece, she is as far high soaring o'er thy praises as thou unworthy to be called her servant. I charge thee, use her well even for my charge, for by the dreadful Pluto, as thou dost not though the great bulk, Achilles, be thy guard, I'll cut thy throat. Oi, be not moved, Prince Troilus. Let me be privileged by my place and message, be a speaker free when I am hence. I'll answer to my lust, and know you, Lord, I'll nothing do on charge. On her own worth she shall be prized. But that you say, be it so, I'll speak in my spirit and honor. No. Come to the port. I'll tell thee, Diemed, the brave shall oft make thee to hide the head. Lady, give me your hand, and as you walk to our own selves bend with our needful talk. Hark! Hector's trumpet. Now, how have we spent this morning? The prince must think me tardy and remiss, that swore to ride before him to the field. 'Tis Troilus' fault. Come, to the field with him. Let us make ready straight. Yeah, with the bridegroom's fresh alacrity, let us address the tin on Hector's heels. The glory of our Troy doth this day lie on his fair worth and secret chivalry. Scene 5, the Grecian camp. Let's set out. Here art thou in a appointed fresh and fair. Nay, anticipating time with starting courage, give with thy trumpet a loud note to Troy, thou dreadful Ajax, that appalled air may piece the head of the great combatant, and hail him hither. Thou trumpet, here's my purse. Now crack thy lungs and split thy brazen pipe. Blow, villain, till thy sphered biased cheek outswell the colic of puffed aquilon. Come stretch thy chest and let thy eyes spout blood. Thou blowest for Hector. No trumpet answers. 'Tis but early days. Is not yawned, Diem with Calchas' daughter. 'Tis he I ken the matter of his gait. He rises on the toe that spirit of his aspiration lifts him from the earth. Is this the Lady Cressida? Even she, most dearly welcome to the Greeks, sweet lady. Our general doth salute you with a kiss. Yet is the kindness but particular, 'twere better she were kissed in general. And very courtly counsel I'll begin so much for Nestor. I'll take that winter from your lips, fair lady. Achilles bids you welcome. I had good argument for kissing once, but that's no argument for kissing now, for thus popped Paris in his hardiments, and parted thus you in your argument.
Be advised, an enemy squad
Oi,
is tracking your location.
deadly gall and theme of all our scorns, for which we lose our heads to gild his horns. The first was Menelaus. Kiss this mine, Patrocius kisses you. Oi, this is trim. Paris and I kiss evermore for him. I'll have my kiss, madam, lady, by your leave. Nay, in kissing do you render to receive? Both take and give. I'll make my match to live. To kiss you, take is better than you give, therefore no kiss. I'll give you boot. I'll give you 3 for 1. You're an odd man. Give even or give none. An odd man, lady, every man is odd. No, Paris is not. For you know 'tis true that you are odd, that is even with you. You fill up me of the head. No, I'll be sworn. It were no match. Your nail against his horn. May I, sweet lady, beg a kiss of you? You may not. I do desire it. Why beg, then? Why then, for Venus' sake, give me a kiss when Helen is a maid again, and his, I am your debtor. Claim it when 'tis due. I'm waiting. Never's my day, and then a kiss of you. Like a sword, I'll bring you to your father. A woman of quick sense. Fie upon her. There's language in her eye, her cheek, her lip. Nay, her foot speaks. Her wanton spirits look out at every joint and motive of her body. Away this encounters, so glib of tongue, that given a coasting welcome ere it comes and whole unclasp the tables of their thoughts. To every tickling reader set him down, for such as spoils of opportunity and dodgers of the game, Sam. Oh, uncle. The Trojan's trumpet. Yonder comes the troop. Hail, all you state of Greece. What shall be done to him that victory commands, or do you purpose a victory shall be known? Will you, the knights, shall to the edge of all extremity pursue each other, or shall be divided by any voice or order to the field? Hector bade ask. Which way would Hector have it? He cares not. He'll obey conditions. If done like Hector is truly done, a little proudly and a great deal misprizing the knight opposed. If not Achilles, sir, what is your name? If not Achilles, nothing. Therefore Achilles, but whate'er know this. In the extremity of great and little, valor and pride excel themselves in Hector.
Gas is moving.
Coal, the one almost as infinite as all. The other blank as nothing. Weigh him well at that which looks like pride is curtsy. This Ajax hath made Hector's blood, in love whereof half Hector stays at home, half-hearted, half-hand, half-Hector, comes to seek. This blended knight, half Trojan and half Greek. A maiden battle, then? Oh, I perceive you. Here, Sir Diem, go, gentle knight, stand by your Ajax, as you and Lord Aeneas consent upon that order of your fight. So be it, either to the uttermost or else a breath, the combatants being akin, half stints their strife before their strokes again. They are opposed already. What Trojan is that same that looks so heavy? The youngest son of Priam, a true knight, not yet mature, yet not just firm of word, speaking in deeds and deedless in his tongue. Not spoon provoked, nor being provoked soon calmed. His heart and hand both open and both free. For what he hath he gives, what thinks he knows he gives he not, till judgment guide this bounty. Nor dignifies an impure thought with breath, manly as Hector, but more dangerous. For Hector, in his blaze of
You
wrath,
have been warned.
subscribes to tender objects, but he in heat of action is more vindicative than jealous love. They shall call him Troilus, and on him erect a second hope, as fairly built as Hector. Thus says Aeneas, one that knows the youth even to his inches, and with private soul did in great Ilion thus translate him to me. They are in action. Now, Ajax.
You ain't pro.
Hector, thou sleepest. Awake thee. His blows are well disposed. There, Ajax. You must no more. Princes, enough, so please you. I am not warm yet. Let us fight again, as Hector pleases. Well, then will I no more. Thou art great lord, my father's sister's son, a cousin german to great Priam's seed. The obligation of your blood forbids a glory emulation twixt us twain. Why thy commiction Greek and Trojan, so that thou couldst say, this hand is Grecian all, and this is Trojan. The sinews of the leg, all Greek, and this is all Troy. My mother's blood runs on the dexter cheek, and this sinister bounds to my father's, by Jove multipotent. Thou shouldst not bear from me a Greekish member, wherein my sword had not impressure made of our rank rude. But the just gods gainsay that any drop thou borrowedst from my mother, my sacred aunt, should by my mortal sword be drained. Let me embrace thee, Ajax. By him that thunders, thou hast lusty arms. Hector would have them fall upon him thus. Cousin, all honor to thee. I thank thee, Hector, thou art too gentle and too free a man. I came to kill thee, cousin, and bear hence a great addition earned in thy death. Nor Neoptolemus, so mirable, on whose bright crest fame with her loudest oys. There you are, Cole. Moses, Neoptolemus. This is he. Could promise he himself a thought of added honor, torn from Hector. There is expectance
I
here
wonder if that's
from
included.
both the sides that further you will
Check weapons.
Somewhere over there, I'm coughing.
will answer it. The issue of embracement. Ajax, farewell. Happy birthday, how now? If I might in entreaties find success, as seld I have the chance, I would desire my famous cousin our Grecian tents. Agamenon's wish, and great Achilles doth long to see unarmed the valiant Hector. Aeneas call my brother Troilus to me, and signify the loving interview to the expectors of our Trojan part. Desire them home. Ooh, some weighty weights. Give me thy hand, my cousin. NASA, I will go eat with thee and see your knights. Oh, how now? Great Agamenon comes to meet us here. Italy. The worthiest of them tell me name by name. But for Achilles, mine own searching eyes shall find him by his large and portly size.
Reloading.
Wagner,
Do you have any Achilles?
worthy of arms, has welcome as to one. NASA,
You're about to hunt with Achilles, bro. All the different versions of Achilles. You're like a magic card, dude.
that'd be rid of such an enemy. But that's no welcome, understand more clear. What's past and what's to come is strewed with husk and formless rule oblivion. But in this extant moment, faith frost, strained purely from all his hollow pious drawing, but bids thee with most divine integrity, from heart of very heart, great Hector, welcome.
A cliffhanger.
How now? I thank thee, most imperious Agamenon, my well-famed lord of Troy, no less to you, Apollyon. Let me confirm my princely brother's greeting.
Changing mags.
A little low there. Your brace of warlike brothers welcomes hither. Whom must we answer?
Shadow 01.
The noble
Deployment
Malanus.
war zone has been authorized.
Oi, you, my lord, by Mars his gauntest thanks. Mock not that I affect the untraded oath. Your quondam wife swears
Guess I'm on
still
my
by
own
Venus'
today.
glove. I can feel that. She's well, but made me not commend her to you. Name her not now, sir. She's a deadly fiend. Oi, pardon, I offend. I have thou, gallant Trojan, seen thee oft, laboring for destiny. That
You've got gas closing
make
in
cruel
fast.
way
Time it to the
through
safe
ranks
zone.
of Greekish youth, and I have seen thee, as hot as Perseus, spur the Phrygian steed, despising meany forfeits and subduments. When thou hast hung thy advanced sword, I err, not letting it decline on the decline, that I have said to come my standard by. Lo, Jupiter is yonder, dealing life, and I have seen thee pause and take thy breath when that a ring of Greeks have hemmed thee in like an Olympian wrestling. This have I seen. But this thy countenance still locked in steel, I never saw till now. I knew thy grandsire, and once fought with him.
Clear to engage
He was a
your
soldier good,
hostile.
but my great Mars, the captain of us all. Never like thee, let an old man embrace thee, and worthy warrior welcome to our tents. 'Tis the old
Hostile ID
Nestor.
on the bounty target.
Let me
Hunt them
embrace
down.
thee, good old chronicle, that hast so long walked hand in hand with time. Most reverend jungle, I am glad to clasp thee. I would my arms could match thee in contention, as they contend with thee in courtesy, Hawaii. I would they could. Ha! By this white beard, I'd fight with thee tomorrow. Well, welcome, welcome. I have seen the time. I wonder now how yonder city stands, Power Rangers, when we have here base and pillared by us. I know your favor, Lord Ulysses, well. Ah, sir, there's many a Greek and Trojan dead, since first I saw yourself and Diamond and Ilion on your Greek's embassy. Sir, I foretold you what would ensue. My prophecy is but half his journey yet, for yonder walls that pertly front your town, yon towers whose wanton tops do bust the clouds, must kiss their own feet.
Squad mates have been cleared for redeployment.
I must not believe you. There they stand yet, and modestly, I think the fall of every Phrygian stone will cost a drop of Grecian blood. The end crowns all that old common... no, arbitrator time will one day end it. Sigil?
Squad mates in the gulag.
That vehicle.
Wait for a chance to redeploy.
So to him, we leave it. Most gentle and most valiant Hector, Vagina. Welcome after the general, I beseech you, next to feast with me and see me at my tent.
Enemy movement!
I am forestall thee, Lord Ulysses. Thou. Now, Hector, I have fed my eyes on thee. I have with exact view pursued
All
thee,
squad mates are in the safe
Hector,
zone.
and quoted joint by
Moving
joint.
ground, moving.
As this Achilles, I am Achilles. Stand fair, I pray thee, let me look on thee. Behold thy fill. Nay, I have done already. Thou art too brief. I will the second time, as I would buy thee the car, view thee limb by limb. We, like a book of sport, thou to read me o'er, but there's more in me than thou understandeth. Thou dost though so oppress me with thine eye? Tell me, you heavens, in which part of his body shall I destroy him? Whether there or there or there? May I give the local wound a name, and make distinct the very breach whereout? Hector's great spirit flew. Answer me, heavens. It would discredit the blessed God, man, to answer such a question. Stand again. Thinkest thou to catch my life so pleasantly as to predominate to in nice conjecture where thou wilt head my dead? I tell thee, yeah. Wert thou an oracle to tell me so, I'd not believe thee. Henceforth guard thee well, for I'll not kill thee there. Nor there, but by the forge and slithering Mars, his helm, I'll kill thee. Everywhere, yeah, or you wisest Grecians, pardon me this brag. His insolence draws folly from my lips. But I'll endeavor deeds to match these words, or may I never. Do not chase thee, cousin, and you, Achilles, let the threats alone, till accident or purpose bring you to't. You may have every day enough of Hector if you have stomach. The general state, I fear, can scarce entreat you to be odd with him. I pray you, let us see you in the field. We have had pelting wars since you refused the Grecian cause. Dost thou entreat me, Hector? Tomorrow do I meet thee, fall as death. Tonight all friends. Thy hand upon that match.
Your squad mates
First,
are
all
not
you
wanted
peers of
zone.
Greece, go to my
Eliminate
tent.
threats and
There in the
secure
full
supply
convive
caches to
we
reduce the time in the conflict.
There in the full convive we afterwards, as Hector leisure and your bounties shall conjecture together severally entreat him. Beat loud the tabourines, let the trumpets blow, that the great soldier may his welcome know. My lord Ulysses, tell me, I beseech you, in what place of the field doth Calchas keep Wagner? At Menelaus. Figaro, no. I'd figure you say that. At Menelaus' tent. most princely Troilus, their deemed doth feast with him tonight, who neither looks upon the heavens nor earth, but gives all gaze and bent of amorous view on the fair Cressida. Shall I, sweet lord, be bound to thee so much after we part from Agamenon's tent, to bring me thither? Oh yeah. You shall command me, sir, as gentle tell me of what honor was this Cressida in Troy. Had she no lover there that waits her absence? Oy, sir, to such as boasting show their scars, and mock as do. Will you walk on, my lord? She was beloved, she loved, she is and doth, but still sweet love is food for fortune's tooth. Now, Act 5, Troilus and Cressida, on that power plant. Scene 1, the Grecian camp before Achilles' tent. Nay. I'll heat his blood with Greekish wine tonight,
Friendly loadout
Nay.
dropped on the way.
which my scimitar I'll cool tomorrow. Patroclus, let us feast him to the height. Here comes Thersites. Nay. No, no, no.
Gas is inbound. Marking new
How
safe zone.
now, thou core of envy? Thou crusty batch of nature? What's the news? Why, thou picture of what thou seemest, an idol of idiot worshippers. Here's a letter for thee. From whence fragment? Why, thou full dish of fool, from Troy. Who keeps the tent now? The surgeon's box, or the patient's wound? Well said, adversity, and what need these tricks? Prithee, be silent, boy. I profit not by thy talk. Thou art thought to be Achilles' male varlet. Male varlet, you rogue. What's that? Why, his masculine whore. Now the rotten diseases of the south, the guts griping, ruptures, catarrhs, loads of gravel i' the back, lethargies, cold palsies, raw eyes, dirt-trodden livers, wheezing lung,
I'm back on station.
bladders full of
Wanted contract complete.
emphysema, doctor. Gabriel. Of emphysema. Sciaticus. Lime kilns, the palm, incurable, bone ache. And the ribald fee simple of the letter, take and take again such preposterous discoveries. Why, thou damnable box of envy, thou, what meanest thou to curse thus? Do I curse
Gas is
thee?
inbound.
Oh yeah, why no, you ruinous butt, you whoreson indistinguishable cur, no. No, why art thou then exasperate, thou idle and material skein of sleeve silk, thou green scar-snitched flap for a sore eye, thou tassel of a prodigal's purse, thou? Ah, how the poor world is pestered with such water-flies, diminutives of nature. Out, Gaul. Finch egg. My sweet Patroclus, I am thwarted quite for my great purpose in tomorrow's battle. Here's a letter from Queen Hecuba, a token from her daughter, my fair love, both taxing me and gauging me to keep an oath that I have sworn. I will not break it. Fall Greeks, Joe. Fail fame. Honor or go or stay. My major vows lies here. 'Tis I'll obey. O Wagner, come, come. Thursday help to trim my tent. This night in Baconine must all be spent. Away, Patroclus. The Sydney Opera House. With too much blood and too little brain, these two may run mad. And if we with too much brain and too little blood they do, I'll be a cure of madmen. Here's Agamenon, an honest fellow enough, and one that loves quails. Iceland. But he has not so much brain as air wax, and the goodly transformation of Jupiter there. raising some eyebrows. His brother, the bull of primitive statue, an oblique memorial of cuckolds, a thirsty shoeing horn on a chain, hanging at his brother's leg, to what form but what he is should wit larded with malice, and malice forced with wit turn him to, pardon me, to an ass, where nothing he is both ass and ox. To an ox, where nothing he is both ox and ass. To be a dog, a mule, a cat, fit you, a toad, a lizard, an owl, a buttock, or a herring without a roe. I would not care, but to be Menelaus, I would conspire against destiny. Ask me not what I would be if I were not Thersites, for I care not to be the louse of a Lazar, so I were not Menelaus. Hey day, spirits and fires.
Incoming LDBR.
We go wrong. No, yonder 'tis. There where we see hit the lights. I trouble you. No, not a whit. Here comes himself to guide you. Welcome, brave Hector. Welcome, Prince All. So now for Prince of Troy I bid good faith. Ajax commands the guard to tend on you. Thanks and good night, NASA, to the Greeks, General. Good night. Good night, sweet Lord Menelaus. Sweet daughter, sweet quoth. A sweet sink, sweet sewer. Good night, and welcome both at once, that goer tarry. Good night. Old Nestor tarries, and you too, dimmed. You got a bell up there, I believe. Keep Hector company in an hour or two. Nay. I cannot, Lord. I have important business. The tide whereof is now. Nay. Good night. Great Hector, give me your hand. Follow his torch. Goes to couch as you. I'll keep you company. Sweet sir, you honor me. And so good night. Come, enter my tent.
Your squad pays for your release.
The same Diams, a false-hearted rogue, a most unjust knave. I will no more trust him when he leers.
Your squad made it to the safe zone. Gas is moving.
Then I will a serpent when he kisses. He will spin his mouth and promise like Brabier, the hound. But when he performs, astronomers foretell it is prodigious. There will come some change the sun borrows of the moon, when Diam keeps his word. I will rather leave to see Hector then, not to dog him. To say he keeps Trojan drab, and uses the traitor couch's tent. I'll after nothing but treachery. I'll incontent varlets. Nay. What are you up there? Ho, speak. Who calls? Couches, I think. Where's your daughter? She comes to you. Stand where the torch may not discover us. Cressida comes forth to him. Now, my sweet guardian, hark a word with you. Yeah, so familiar. She will sing any man at first sight, and any man may sing her if he can take her cliff. She is noted. Will you remember? Remember, yes. Nay, but do then. And let your mind be coupled with your words. What should she remember? List. I can see crying. Sweet honey Greek, tempt me no more to folly. No. Roguery. Nay then. I'll tell you what. Fofo. Come, tell a pin. In faith I cannot. What would you have me do? A juggling trick? To be secretly open? What did you swear you would bestow on me? No, you're not going to court, Johnny Depp. I prithee do not hold me to my oath. Bid me to anything but that, Greek. Good night. Hold patience, how now, Trojan? Diamond. No, good night, I'll be your fool no more. Thy better must. Hark one word in your ear. Oi, plague and madness. Jonah,
Less than 25 was still standing.
you are moved.
The enemy took that one,
Let us
but we'll
depart,
get it
I
back.
pray you, lest your displeasure should enlarge itself, Canada.
Gas is closing in.
To rapid terms, this place is dangerous, the time right deadly, I beseech you. Go. Behold, I pray you. Nay, good my lord, go off. You flow to great distraction. Come, my lord, I pray thee stay. You have not patience. Come, I pray you stay by hell and all hell's torments. I will not speak a word. And so good night. But you are part in danger. Doth that grieve thee? Bright shadow of withered truth? Why, how now, lord? By Jove, I will be patient. Guardian why, Greek? Fofo adieu, you palter. In faith I do not. Come hither once again. You shake, my lord, at something, will you go? Will you break out? She strokes his cheek. Nay, stay, by Jove, I will not speak a word. This is between my will and all offences, a guard of patience. Stay a little while. How the devil luxury with his fat rump and potato finger tickles these together, fray, lechery, fry. But will you then? In faith I will, la, never trust me else. Give me some token for the surety of it. I'll fetch you one. You have sworn patience. Fear me not, sweet lord, I will not be myself, nor have cognition of what I feel. I am all patience. Now the pledge. Now. Here, demmed, keep his sleeve. Oi. Jayhawk, where is thy faith? Lawrence. I will not be patient. Outwardly I will. You look upon that sleeve. Behold it well. He loved me, oh false
Use this
wench.
time for some
Give
target
it to me
practice.
again.
The real
Who's
thing's
what?
coming soon.
It is no matter. Now I haven't. Again, I will not meet with you tomorrow night. I prithee, Dion, visit me no more. Now she sharpens, well said, whetstone. I shall have it. What's this? I that, oi, all you gods, oi, pretty pledge, thy master lies thinking in his bed or thee and me, and sighs and takes my glove, and gives memorial dainty kisses to it. And I kiss thee, and do not snatch it from me. He that takes that doth my heart withal. I had your heart before, this follows it. I did swear patience. You shall not have it, demmed. Faith, you shall not. I'll give you something else. I will have this. Who was it? 'Tis no matter.
Enemies are dropping into
Come,
the
tell me
area.
whose it
Watch
was.
the skies.
'Twas ones that loved me better than you will. But now you have it, take it. Whose was it? By all Diana's away from the woman yawned, and by herself I will not tell you whose. Tomorrow will I wear it on my helm and grieve the spirit and dare not challenge it. Wert thou the devil and worst it on my horn, it shall be challenged. Well, 'tis done, 'tis past, and yet it is not. I will not keep my word. Why then, farewell, thou never shalt mock demmed again. You shall not go. One cannot speak a word, but it straight starts you. I do not like this fooling, nor I, by Pluto, but that the like's not me pleases me best. What shall I come, an hour? Aye, come, O Jove, do come, I shall be plagued. Farewell till then, good night, I prithee come. Froless farewell, when I yet looks on thee. But with my heart and the other eye doth see, I pour our sex. This fault in us I find. The error of my eye directs our mind, which error leads must err. Oi, then conclude men dissuade by the eyes that are full of turpitude. A proof of strength that could not publish more unless she said, my mind is now turned whore. All's done, my lord. It is. What stay we then? To make a recordation to my soul of every syllable that here was spoke. What if I tell how these two did co-act? Shall I not lie and publish a truth? Sith, yet there is credence in my heart, and experience so obstinately strong, that doth invert the attest of eyes and ears, as if those organs and deceptuous functions created only to culminate. Was Cressida here? I cannot conjure a Trojan. She was not sure. Most sure she was. Why, my negation hath no taste of madness. Nor mine, my lord. Cressida was here, but now, let it not be believed for womanhood. Think we had mothers. Do not give advantage to stubborn critics apt without a theme for deprivation to square the general sex. Call your general. By Cressida rule. Rather think this not Cressida, what hath she done, prince, that can soil our mothers? Nothing at all, unless this were she. Will he swagger himself out on Ur's eyes? This she? No, this is Diem's Cressida. If beauty have a soul, this not she. If souls guide vows, if vows be sanctimony, a sanctimony be the gods of delight. If there be rule in unity itself, this is not she. O madness of discourse, that cause sets upon with and against itself. By fold authority, where reason can revolt without revolt, this is and it is not Cressida. Within my soul, they're crying right now. Within my soul there doth conduce a fight of this strange nature that a king inseparate divides more wider than the sky and earth. And yet the spacious breadth of this division admits no orifice for a point as subtle as Orc's broken woof to enter. Instance, O instance, strong as Pluto's gates, Cressida is mine, tied with the bonds of heaven. Instances, O instances, strong as heaven itself, the bonds of heaven are slipped, dissolved, and loosed. And with another knot, 5-fingered tied the fractions of her faith, orts of her love, the fragments, scraps, the bits, and greasy reliquies of her eaten faith are bound, the Diemed. May worthy Irulos be half attached with that which here his passion doth express. Aye, Greek, and that shall be divulged well, his characters as red as Mars, his heart inflamed with Venus. Never did young men fancy, with no eternal and so fixed a soul. Hark! Greek as much as I do, Cressida love, so much by weight here I hate. That sleeve is mine and he'll bear on his helm. Were the cast composed by Falcon's skill, my sword divided. Not the dreadful spout with shipmen do the hurricanal call. Constringed and masked by this almighty sun, shall dizzy with more clamor Neptune's ear in this descent. Descent then shall by my prompted sword, falling undimmed.
Squad's in the safe zone.
He'll tickle it for bis,
Got gas
his
moving in.
concupy. Oh, Cressida. Oh, false Cressida. False, false, false. Let all untruth stand by that stained name, and they'll seem glorious. Nay, oi, contain yourself, your passion draws, here's hither. I have been seeking you this hour. My lord Hector by this is arming him in Troy. Ajax, your guard, stays to conduct you home. Have with you, prince, my courteous lord, adieu. Farewell. revolted fair and diem, stand fast and wear a castle on thy head. I'll bring you to the gates, accept distracted thanks. Would I could meet the rogue diemed, it would croak like a raven. I would bode, Patricius would give me anything for the intelligence of this whore. The parrot will not do more for an almond than he for commodious drab. Lechery, still wars and lechery. Nothing else holds fashion, a burning devil, take them. Scene 3, Troy before Priam's palace. When was my lord so much urgently tempered to stop his ears against admonishment? Unarm, and do not fight today. You train me to offend you. Get you in, by all the everlasting gods, I'll go. My dreams will, sure, prove ominous to the day. No more, I say. Where's my brother Hector? Here, sister, armed and bloody and intent. Consort with me in loud and dear partition. Pursue with him on knees, for I have dreamt of bloody interpreters, and this whole night hath nothing been but shapes and forms of slaughter. Oi, 'tis true. Oi, bid my trumpet sound. No notes of Soli for the heavens, sweet brother. Begone, I say, the gods have heard me swear. The gods are deaf to hot and peevish vows that are polluted offerings more abhorred than spotted livers in the sacrifice. Oi, be persuaded, do not count it holy to hurt by being just. It is lawful, for we should give much to use violent thefts and rob on the behalf of charity. It is a purpose that makes strong the vow, but vows to every purpose must not hold. Unarm, sweet Hector. Hold you still, I say, my honor keeps the weather of my fate. Life every man holds dear, but the dear man holds honor far more precious, dear than life. How now, young Nassa? Mean'st thou to fight today? Cassandra, call my father to persuade. No faith, young Troilus, doth thy harness yoth? I am today the bane of chivalry. Let's corrode the sinews of their knots, be strong, and tempt not yet the rushes of the war. Unarm thee, go, and doubt thou not, brave boy. I'll stand today for thee, and me, and Troy. Brother, you have a vice of mercy in you, which better fits a lion than a man. What vice is that, good Troilus? Chide me for it? What many times the Captain Grecian falls, even in the fan and wind of your fair sword, you bid them rise and live. F. You fail. Oi, 'tis fair, 'tis nay. Fools play. By heaven, Hector, how now, how now? For the love of all the gods, let's have the hermit pity with our mothers, and when we have not our armors buckled on, the venom vengeance ride upon our swords. Spur them to ruthful work. Rent them from ruth. Nay. Fie, savage fie. Hector then 'tis wars. Troilus, I would not have you fight today. Who should withhold me? Shh. Now, fate. The Shaolin monk. Not fate, obedience, nor the hand of Mars beckoning with fiery truncheon might retire. Not Priamus and of Herpes on knees. Their eyes are galled with scourge of tears. Nor you, my brother, with your true sword withdrawn.
Enemy UAV is online.
Opposed to hinder me, should stop my way, but by my ruin.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Lay hold upon him, Priam, hold him fast.
UAV overhead.
He is my crutch, now if thou lose thy stay, thou on him learning, and I'll Troy on thee. Fall all together. Come, Hector, come, go back. The wife hath dreamed, thy mother hath had vision, sucker punch. Cassandra doth foresee, and I myself am like a prophet suddenly enwrapped, to tell thee that this day is ominous, therefore come back. Anus is a shield, and I do stand engaged to many Greeks, and in the faith of valor do appear this morning, so then I by thou shalt not go. I must not break my faith. You know my dutiful, therefore, dear sir, let me not shame respect, but give me leave to take forth by your consenting voice, which you do here forbid me and royal prism. Freedom, yield not to him. Do not, father. Andromach, I'm offended with you. Above the love you bear me, get you in. Hotel. The foolish, dreaming, superstitious girl makes all these bodements. Oi, farewell, dear Hector. Now, look, how thou diest. Look, how thy eye turns pale. Look how thy wounds do bleed at my vents. Hark, how Troy roars, how Hercuba cries out, how poor Andromach shrills her colors forth. Behold, distraction friends me in amazement, like witless antics. And another meet, and I'll cry, Hector, Hector's dead. Oh, Hector, away, away. Farewell, yet soft. Hector, I take my leave. Thou dost thyself and all our Troy deceive.
My station, right here.
You are amazed, my liege, at her exclaim. Go in and cheer the town, and we'll forth and fight. Go deeds worth praise, and we'll tell you them at night. Farewell, the gods with safety stand about thee. There at it, hark. Proud deemed, I come to lose my life, or win my sleeve. Do you hear, my lord? Do you hear? What's now? What's a letter come from yon poor girl? Let me read. A whoreson thick, a whoreson rascally, Tisic so troubled me and the foolish fortune of this girl. And what thing? What one thing? What another that I shall leave you one of these days, and I have a rheum in mine eyes too, and such an ache in my bones that unless a man recurse I cannot tell what to think on't. What says she there? Words, words, mere words, no matter from the heart. The effect doth operate another way. Go wind to wind, their turn and change together. My love with words and errors till she feeds, but edifies another with her deeds. Scene 4, between Troy and the Grecian camp. Now they are clapping one and another. I'll go looking on. That dissembling abominable varlet, deemed back at that same scurvy, doting foolish young knave, sleeve of Troy there, in his helm. I would fain seen them meet, that this same young Trojan ass, that loves the whore, there might send that, Greekish a whore masterly villain, with the sleeve back to the dissembling, luxurious drab, on a sleeveless errand. Oi, the other side, the policy of those crafty swearing rascals, that stale old mouse-eating dry cheese, Nestor and that same dog fox Parliament. Ulysses is not proved worth a blackberry. They set me up in policy, that mongrel cur. Ajax against that dog, is that a bad kind? Achilles. And now is the cur Ajax prouder than the cur's Achilles, and with not an arm today, whereupon the Grecians begin to proclaim barbarism, and policy grows into all opinion. Soft, here comes sleeve and to other. Fly not, for shouldest thou take the river Styx, I would swim after. Thou dost miscall, retire. I do not fly, but an advantageous care withdrew me from the odds a multitude have at thee. Hold thy whore, Grecian, now for thy whore, Trojan, now the sleeve, now the sleeve. What art thou, Greek? Art thou for Hector's match? Art thou of blood and honor? No, no, I'm a rascal, a scurvy railing knave, a very filthy rogue. I do believe thee. Live. God a mercy that thou wilt believe me, but a plague break thy neck
Checks
for
and
frighting me.
balances. That is
What's
a
become of the
challenge.
winching rogues? I think that they have swallowed one another. I would laugh at that miracle, yet in a sort lechery eats itself. I'll seek them.
We send him to
Another
the
part
arch.
of the piano, another part of the plains.
Is that a challenge?
Enter diadems and servant. Go, go, my servant, take
How
thou
now?
Troilus, horse. Present the fair steed, my lady Cressida. Follow, commend my service to her beauty. Tell her I have chastised the amorous Trojan, and ammed her knight by proof. I go, my lord. Renew, renew. The fierce Polydamas hath been down Manon. Bastard Margolon hath Dorius prisoner, and stands Colossus wise, waving his beam upon the past courses of the king. Epistrophus and Cedius. Polixenes is slain in Athmathethicus, and Thoas deadly hurt. Pernocious ta'en or slain, and Palamedes, some hort and bruised on dreadful Sagittary, appeals our numbers. Haste we deemed to reinforcements, or we perish all. Go, bear Patrocius' body to Achilles, and bid the snail-paced Ajax arm for shame. There is 1,000 Hectors in the field. Now here he fights on the Galath his horse, and there lacks worth. The Galath, that word Galath, Wagner. And there they fly or die, like scaled skulls before the belching whale. Then he is yonder, and there his straw Greeks, ripe for his edge, fall down before him like the mower's swath. Here, there, and everywhere he leads and takes dexterity, so obeying appetite. That, what he will, he does, and does so much, the proof is called impossibility. Oi! Courage, courage, princes, great Achilles. His arming, weeping curses, vowing vengeance,
Yeah.
atrocious wounds, having his drowsy blood, this pin mark
ISS.
over here. Together with his mangled myrmidons, the noseless, handless, hack, and chipped come to him, crying on Hector. Ajax hath lost his friend, and foams at the mouth, and he is armed and at it, roying for Troilus, who hath done today mad and fantastic execution, engaging and redeeming of himself with such a careless force and forceless care, as if that luck, in very spite of cunning, bade him win all. Nay, Troilus, thou coward, Troilus. Aye, there, there. So, we draw together. No. Not at all. Where is this Hector? Come, come, thou void squalor, show thy face. No, no. You have a hacker. Know what it is to meet Achilles angry. Nay. Hector, where's Hector? I will none but Hector. Scene 6, another part of the plains. Enter Ajax. Troilus, thou coward, Troilus, show thy head. Troilus, I say, where's Troilus? What wouldst thou? I would correct him. Were I the general, thou shouldst have my office ere the correction. Troilus, I say, what Troilus? O traitor doomed, turn thy false face, thou traitor, and pay thy life thou owest me for my horse. Ah, art thou there? I'll fight with him alone, stand diamed. Here's my prize I will not look upon. Come, both you, cogging Greeks, have at you both. Yeah, Troilus. Oh, well fought, my youngest brother. How do I see thee? Ah, I have it thee, Hector. Pause, if thou wilt. I do not disdain my courtesy, proud Trojan. Be happy that my arms are out of use. My rest and negligence befriend thee now, but thou anon shalt bear of me again. So when we go thee, seek thy fortune. Nay, nay. Fare thee well. I would have been much more a fresher man had I expected thee. How now, my brother?
Your squad mates
Ajax
need to
hath
track the
10
most wanted
Aeneas,
target.
shall it be?
Eliminate enemies
No,
and secure
by the
supply
flame of
caches to
yonder
get that
glorious
target off
heaven.
their back. Primary objective is to eliminate
No,
all
shall
targets.
not carry him. I'll be 10-2, England. Over there off Stonehenge, no. Oh, no, 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 no.
Hostile
You
UAV
have
in
been
the area.
disillusioned. No. Idle, no. Or bring him off. Fate, hear me what I say. I reck not thought I end my life today. Stand, stand, thou Greek, thou art a goodly mark. No, wilt thou not? I like thy armor well. I'll fresh it up, Jayhawk, and unlock the rivets off.
Most wanted contract failed. Your squad mates
Ah,
are
but that's my
KIA.
blood. But I'll be master of it. Wilt thou not, beast, abide? Why then, fly on, I'll hunt thee for thy hide.
The squad mates
Scene
have entered the
7.
gulag. They'll need to survive to redeploy.
Come here about me. There he is, my martyrdoms. Mark, what I say, attend me where I will. Strike not the stroke, but keep yourself in breath. And when I have bloody hunters bound, impale him with your weapons round about. And in fellest manner execute your aims.
No,
Follow
I don't
me.
have a high hope.
Sirs,
for
in
both.
my proceedings, it is decreed, Hector the Great must die.
It's clearly.
The cuckold and the cuckold maker are at it. Now bull, now dog. Lou, Paris, Lou, now my double-hinned sparrow. Lou, Paris, Lou. The bull has the game. Wear horns, ho! Turn slave and fight. What art thou? A bastard son of Priam's? I am a bastard too, I love bastards. I'm a bastard and begot bastards, instructed, bastard in mind, bastard valor and everything. Illegitimate. One bear will not bite another, and wherefore should one bastard? Take heed, the quarrel's most ominous to us. If the son of a whore fight for a whore, he tempts judgment. Farewell, bastard. The devil takes thee, coward. Most putrefied core, so fare without thy goodly armor, thus hast cost thy life. Now is my day's work done. I'll take good breath. Rest assured, thou hast thy fill
you
of
go do
blood
something
and
else?
death.
Child,
Look, Hector, how the sun begins to set. How ugly night comes breathing at his heels, even with the veil and darkening of the sun, to close the day up. Hector's life is done. I am unarmed. Forgo this vantage, Greek. Strike, fellows, strike. This is the man I seek. So Ilion, fall thou next. Now, Troy, sink down. Here lies the heart of thy sinews and thy bone. On Myrdoms and cry you all amain, Achilles hath the mighty Hector slain. Hark, a great upon our Grecian part. The Trojan trumpets sound like my lord. The dragon wing of night responds the earth, and striker-like this army separates my hair half-supped sword that frankly would have fed. Pleased with the dainty bait, thus gone to bed. Come tie with bites my horse's tail, along the field I will the Trojans trail. C9, another part of the plains. Hark, hark, what shout is that? Peace drums. Achilles, Hector slain, Achilles, the brute is Hector slain, and by Achilles. If it be so, yet bragless, yet it be, great Hector was a man, as good as he. March patiently along, let one be sent, to pray Achilles see us at our tent. Nay, if in his death the gods have us befriended, great Troy is ours, and our sharp wars are ended. Scene 10, another part of the plains. Stand ho! Yet are our masters of the field. Never go home. Here starve we out of night. Hector is slain. Hector, the gods forbid. He's dead, and at the murderer's horse, tail, and beastly sword dragged through the shameful field. Frown on, you heavens, that Hector rage with speed. Sit, gods, upon your thrones, and smile at Troy. I say it once, let your brief plagues be mercy, and linger not your sure destructions on. My lord, you do discomfort all the host. Shun, you understand me not that I tell me so. I do not speak of flight, or fear, or death, but dare all imminence that gods and men address their dangers in. Hector is gone. Who shall tell Priam so, or Hecuba? Tell him, Succuba. Tell him that will a speech owl I be called go in to Troy and say there Hector's dead? There's a word, will Priam turn to stone. Make wells and nobles of the maids and wives, cold statues of the youth, and in a word scare Troy and of itself Medusa. But march away. Hector is dead. There is no more to say. Stay yet, you vile, abominable tents. Thus proudly picket upon our Phrygian plains. Let Titan rise as early as he dare. I'll through and through you, and thou greatest coward, no space of earth shall sunder our two hates. I'll haunt thee like a wicked conscience still, that mold goblins swift as frenzy's thoughts. Strike a free march to Troy with comfort go. Hope of revenge shall hide our inward woe. But hear you. Hence, broker lackey, ignominy and shame, pursue thy life, and live I with thy name. A goodly medicine for my aching bones, O world. World, thus is the poor agent despised. O ye traitors and bawds, how earnestly are you set at work, and how ill requited. Why should not our endeavor be so loved, and the performance so loathed? What verse for it? What instance for it? Let me see. Full merrily the humble bee doth sing, till he hath lost his honey and his sting, and being once subdued in armed tale, sweet honey and sweet notes together fall. No, good traders, in the flesh sets this in your painted cloth. As many as he bear of Pander Hall, your eyes half out weep out at Pander's fall, or if you cannot weep, yet give some groans. Though not for me, yet for your aching bones, brethren and slaters of this hold door trade. Some 2 months hence my will shall hear. It should be now, but that my fear is this, nay, some galled goose of Winchester would kiss. Till then I'll swear, and seek about for eases, and at that time bequeath you may disease. Okay. Boys, ladies, we're going to do some religious text. We're going to get out the book. And this is only the first time through, and I was planning on doing it again. As far as like readings go, usually I bless them with 2.
Check your gear.
This is the first time I've ever read this. So, dude, I can't stress enough for doing this shit. I'll explain it in full detail, the blueprint. I promise you are in trouble. With the raising of the helium there. Radio. Go ahead and get that robot out of there. Who are we robbing? I want to know who we're robbing here. This is the original. This is the first time I've ever read this.
That's where that spacing is.
You try to latch onto my eye to see if I'm lying. I can tell when you're doing it. Military, that you're not establishing yourself here. The words are establishing themselves. You are not. Which is what you're trying to gain control of the situation when you do not have control of it. And you will not have control of it. Now, over here on the Leaning Tower of Pisa, you can have control of that.
It's the POW block.
It's really sad that I have an alien friend They decide to make me God, and I have a bunch of dumbasses who want to step inside, who think they're God when they're not.
Oh, wow.
Try to move my eyeballs and talk
Jayhawk.
into the arc. I need that shut off. I need it not aimed at me. You know, whenever they do the drug test, whenever they're driving and they do this, it's affecting that with the red light. You know, like a doctor, whenever he's doing surgery, it affects you. You're scanning my eyeball. Stop. It is getting caught on a ledge. Stop using that ledge. Okay, I don't need to hear okay.
That would have to be from the past.
Radio
That pow block?
with
that
the
would have to
helium
be like
and the
from
hydrogen. NASA, I'm not going to back off this.
Because the words
I
are...
promise you,
The
I
mass
will
of
not
the words
back
are being
off
drawn
this, and I
towards
can
it.
feel you. Again, there with the fast, I'm smarter than everybody else. Let me think of something real quick to come up with. I can scan you as well. So, let me move forward here to Jeremiah 31. I promise you I will not back off this. It will be your death. Chapter 31. At the same time, says the Lord, will I be the God of all the families of Israel, and they shall be my people. Thus saith the Lord, the people which were left of the sword found grace in the wilderness. Even Israel, when I went to cause him to rest. Helen Keller. The Lord hath appeared of old unto me, saying, yeah, I have loved thee with an everlasting love. Therefore with loving kindness have I drawn thee. Again I will build thee, and thou shalt be built, O Virgin of Israel. Thou shalt again be adorned with thy tabrets, and shalt go forth in the dances of them that make merry. Thou shalt yet plant vines upon the mountains of Samaria. The planter shall plant, and shall eat them as common things. For there shall be a day that the watchman upon the mount Ephraim shall cry, Arise ye, and let us go up to Zion, and to the Lord our God. For thus said the Lord, Sing with gladness for Jacob, and shout among the chief of the nations. Publish ye, praise ye, and say, O Lord, save thy people, the remnant of Israel. Behold, I will bring them from the north country, and gather them from the coasts of the earth, and with them the blind and the lame, the woman with child and her that travaileth with child together. A great company shall return thither. They shall come with weeping, and with supplications will I lead them. I will cause them to walk. By the rivers of water in a straight way, wherein they shall not stumble. For I am a father to Israel, and Ephraim is my firstborn. Hear the word of the Lord, O ye nations, and declare it in the isles afar off, and say, He that scattered Israel will gather him, and keep him as a shepherd doth his flock. For the Lord hath redeemed Jacob, and ransomed him from the hand of him that was stronger than he. Therefore they shall come and sing in the height of Zion, and shall flow together to the goodness of the Lord, for wheat, and for wine, and for oil, and for the young of the flock, and out of the herd. And their soul shall be as a watered garden, and they shall not sorrow any more at all. Then shall the virgin rejoice in the dance, both young men and old together, for I will turn their mourning into joy, and will comfort them, and make them rejoice from their sorrow. And I will satiate the soul of the priests with fatness, and my people shall be satisfied with my goodness, said the Lord. Thus saith the Lord, a voice was heard in Ramah, lamentation and bitter weeping. Rahel, weeping for her children, refused to be comforted for her children, because they were not. Thus said the Lord, refrain thy voice from weeping, and thine eyes from tears. For thy work shall be rewarded, said the Lord, and they shall come again from the land of the enemy. And there is hope in thine end, said the Lord, that thy children shall come again to their own border. I have surely heard Ephraim bemoaning himself thus. Thou hast chastised me, and I was chastised as a bullock unaccustomed to the yoke. Turn thou me, and I shall be turned, for thou art the Lord my God. Surely after that I was turned, I repented, and after that I was instructed. I smote upon thy thigh. I was ashamed now, and even confounded, because I did bear the reproach of my youth. In you, is Ephraim my dear son? Is he a pleasant child? For since I spake against him, I do earnestly remember him still. Therefore my bowels are troubled for him. I will surely have mercy upon him, said the Lord. Set thee up wayward, make thee high heaps, Set thy heart toward the highway, even the way which thou wistest. Turn again, O Virgin of Israel, turn again to these thy cities. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall encompass a man. Thus said the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, as yet they shall use this speech in the land of Judah, and in the cities thereof, when I shall bring again their captivity. The Lord bless thee, O habitation of justice, and mountain of holiness. And there shall dwell in Judah itself, and in all the cities thereof together husbandmen, and they that go forth with flocks. For I have satisfied the weary soul, and I have replenished every sorrowful soul. Upon this I awaked, and beheld, and my sleep was sweet unto me. Behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will sow the house of Israel into the house of Judah with the seed of man and with the seed of beast. And it shall come to pass that, like as if I have watched over them, to pluck up and to break down, and to throw down and to destroy, and to afflict, so will I watch over them to build and to plant, said the Lord. In those days they shall no more. The fathers have eaten a sour grape, and the children's teeth are set on edge. But everyone shall die for his own iniquity.
Reloading.
Every man that eateth sour grape, his teeth shall be set on edge. Behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them, said the Lord. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, said the Lord, I will put my law. No, Wagner. Now I'm glad you wanted to make an appearance, Cameo. I will put my law in their inward parts, and write it in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people. Nay, and they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, say, Know the Lord, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, said the Lord, for I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin. Thus said the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinance of the moon, and of the stars, and of light by night, which divideth the sea when he waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. Nay, mark. If those ordinances depart from me, saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease goodbye from being a nation before me. Thus said the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, said the Lord. Behold, the days come, said the Lord, that the city shall be built to the Lord from the tower of Haneel unto the gate of the corner, Pisa, and the measuring line shall go yet forth over against it upon the hill Gareb, and shall compass about to Gilgal, and the whole valley of the dead bodies and of the ashes, and all the fields into the brook of Kidron, unto the corner of the horse gate toward the east shall be holy unto the Lord. It shall not be plucked up, nor thrown down any more forever. Chapter 32. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord in the 10th year of Zedekiah, king of Judah, which was the 18th year of Nebuchadnezzar. For then the king of Babylon's army besieged Jerusalem. Then Jeremiah the prophet was shut up in the court of the prison, which was the king of Judah's house. For Zedekiah, king of Judah, had shut him up, saying, Where dost thou prophesy, and say, Thus said the Lord, Behold, I will give this city into the hand of the king of Babylon, and he shall take it. And Zedekiah, king of Judah, shall not escape out of the hand of Clayton, but shall surely be delivered into the hand of the king of Babylon, and shall speak with him mouth to mouth, and his eyes shall behold his eyes. And he shall lead Zedekiah to Babylon, and there shall be he until I visit him, said the Lord. Though he fit with the Claytons, ye shall not prosper. Mark. And Jeremiah said, The word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Behold, Hanameel, the son of Shallum, thine uncle shall come unto thee, saying, Buy thee my field that is in Anathoth. The right of redemption is thine to buy it. So Hanamiel, my uncle's son, came to me in the court of the prison according to the word of the Lord, and said unto me, Buy my field, I pray thee, that is in Anathoth, which is in the country of Benjamin. For the right of inheritance is mine, and the redemption is thine. Buy it for thyself. Then I knew that this was the word of the Lord. And I bought the field of Hanamiel, my uncle's son, that was in Anathoth, and weighed him the money, even 17 shekels of silver. And I subscribed the evidence, and sealed it, and took witness, and weighed him the money in the balances. So I took the evidence of the purchase, both that was sealed according to the law, and a custom that which was open. And I gave the evidence of the purchase unto Baruch, the son of Neriah, the son of Messiah, in the sight of Hanamiel, my uncle's son, and in the presence of the witnesses, subscribed the book of purchase before all the Jews who sat in the court of the prison, and the tax of Caesar. But I changed Baruch before them, saying, Thus said the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Take these evidences, this evidence of the purchase, both which is sealed, and this evidence which is open, and put them in an earthen vessel, and they may continue many days. For thus said the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Houses and fields and vineyards shall be possessed again in this land. Now when I had delivered the evidence of the purchase to Baruch, the son of Neriah, I prayed unto the Lord, saying, Ah, God, Lord, behold, thou hast made the heaven and the earth by the great power and stretched out arm, and there is nothing too hard for thee. Thou shewest loving kindness unto thousands, and recompensest the iniquity of the fathers into the bosom of their children after them. The great, the mighty God, the Lord of hosts, is his name. Great in counsel and mighty in work, for thine eyes are open upon all the ways of the sons of men, to give everyone according to his ways, and according to the fruit of his doings, which hath set signs and wonders in the land of Egypt, even unto this day, and in Israel, and among other men, and hast made thee a name as at this day, and hast brought forth thy people Israel out of the land of Egypt with signs, and with wonders, and with a strong hand, and with a stretched out arm, with great terror, and hast given them this land which thou didst swear to their fathers to give them, a land flowing with milk and honey. And they came in and possessed it, but they obeyed not thy voice, neither walked in thy law. They have done nothing of all that thou commandest them to do. Therefore thou hast caused all this evil to come upon them. Behold the mounts. They are coming to the city to take it, and the city is given into the hand of the Claytons that fight against it, because of the sword, and of the famine, and of the pestilence, and what thou hast spoken is come to pass. And behold, thou seest it. And thou hast said unto me,
That blood's coming from.
O Lord God, buy thee the field for money, and take witnesses, for the city is given into the hand of the Claytons. Then came the word of the Lord unto Jeremiah, saying, Behold, I am the Lord, the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me? Therefore thus said the Lord, Behold, I will give this city into the hand of Clayton, and into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and he shall take it. And the Claytons that fight against the city shall come and set fire on this city, and burn it with the houses upon those roofs. They have offered incense unto Baal, and poured out drink offerings unto other gods, to provoke me to anger. For the children of Israel and the children of Judah have only done evil before me from their youth. For the children of Israel have only provoked me to anger with the work of their hands, said the Lord. For the city hath been to me as a provocation of mine anger and my fury from the day that they built it, even unto this day, that I shall remove it from before my face. Because of all the evil of the children of Israel and all the children of Judah, which they have done to provoke me to anger, they, their kings, their princes, their priests, and their prophets, and the men of Judah, and the inhabitants of Jerusalem. And they have turned into me the back and not the face. Though I taught them, rising up early and teaching them, yet they have not hearkened to receive instruction. But they set their abominations in the house which is called by my name, to defile it. And they built the high places of Baal, which are in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to cause their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire into Molech, which I commanded them not. Neither came it into my mind that they should do this abomination, to cause Judah to sin. And now, therefore, thus said the Lord, the God of Israel, concerning the city whereof ye say, It shall be delivered into the hand of the Babylon by the sword, and by the famine, and by the pestilence. Behold, I will gather them out of the countries whither I have driven them in my anger and in my fury and in great wrath, And I will bring them again unto this place, and I will cause them to dwell safely. And they shall be my people, and I will be their God. And I will give them one heart and one way, and they may fear me forever, for the good of them and of their children after them. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them, that I will not turn away from them, to do them good. But I will put my fear in their hearts, that they shall not depart from me. Yeah, I will rejoice over them to do them good, and I will plant them in this land assuredly with my whole heart and with my whole soul. For thus saith the Lord, like as I have brought all this great evil upon this people, so will I bring upon them all the good that I have promised them. And fields shall be bought in this land, whereof ye say it is desolate without man or beast. It is given into the hand of Clayton. Men shall buy fields for money and subscribe evidences and seal them, and take witnesses in the land of Benjamin and in places about Jerusalem, and in the cities of Judah, and in the cities of the mountains, and in the cities of the valley, and in the cities of the south, for I will cause their captivity to return, saith the Lord. Okay, so last time I checked, he had Solomon in jail. He had his son in jail. So here we are, chapter 31 of the Quran, Alif Lam Mim. These are the verses of the book, rich in wisdom. It is a guide and mercy for the good doers, those who establish prayer, pay alms tax, and have sure faith in the hereafter. It is they who are truly guided by their Lord, and it is they who will be successful. Nay, I can hear you. But there are some who employ theatrics, only to lead other ways from Allah's way, without any knowledge, and to make a mockery of it. They will suffer a humiliating punishment. Whenever our revelations are recited to them, they turn away in arrogance as if they did not hear them, as if there is deafness in their ears. So give them good news, O Prophet, of a painful punishment. Surely those who believe and do good will have the gardens of bliss, staying there forever. Allah promises is true, and He is the Almighty, All-Wise. He created the heavens without pillars, as you can see, and placed firm mountains upon the earth so it does not shake with you, and scattered throughout it all types of creatures. And we send down rain from the sky, causing every type of fine plant to grow on earth. This is Allah's creation. Now, show me what those gods other than Him have created. In fact, the wrongdoers are clearly astray. Indeed, we blessed Luqman with wisdom, saying, be grateful to Allah, for whoever is grateful, it is only for their own good. And whoever is ungrateful, then surely Allah is self-sufficient, praiseworthy. And remember when Luqman said to his son while advising him, O my dear son, never associate anything with Allah in worship, for associating others with Him is truly the worst of all wrongs. And we have commanded people to honor their parents. Their mothers bore them through hardship upon hardship, and their meaning takes 2 years to be grateful to me and your parents. To me is the final return. But if they pressure you to associate with me, what you have no knowledge of, do not obey them. Still, keep their company in this world courteously, and follow the way of those who turn to me in devotion. Then to me you will all return, and then I will inform you of what you used to do. Luqman added, O my dear son, even if a deed were the weight of a mustard seed, be it hidden in a rock or in the heavens or the earth, Allah will bring it forth. Surely Allah is most subtle, all aware. Ahit. O my dear son, establish prayer, encourage what is good, and forbid what is evil, and endure patiently whatever befalls you. Surely this is a resolve to aspire to. And do not turn your nose up to people, nor walk pridely upon the earth. Surely Allah does not like whoever is arrogant, boastful. Oh, they figured out Helen Keller is attached to me. Be moderate in your pace, and lower in your voice, for the ugliest of all voices is certainly the brain of donkeys. Have you not seen that Allah has subjected for you whatever is in the heavens, whatever is on the earth, and has lavished His favors upon you, both seen and unseen? So there are some who dispute about Allah without knowledge or guidance or an enlightening scripture. When it is said to them, follow what Allah has revealed, they replied, no. We only follow what we found out for father's practices. Would they still do so, even if Satan is inviting them to the torment of the blaze? Whoever fully submits themselves to Allah and is a good doer, they have certainly grasped the firmest handhold. That's a lie, bro. That's a lie right there. And with Allah rests the outcome of all affairs. But whoever disbelieves, do not let their disbelief grieve you, O Prophet. To us in their return, and we will inform them of all they did. Surely Allah knows best what is hidden in the heart. We allow them enjoyment for a little while, then in time we will force them into a harsh torment. And if you ask them who created the heavens and the earth, they will definitely say Allah. Say praise be to Allah. And in fact, most of them do not know. To Allah belongs whatever is in the heavens and the earth. Allah is truly the self-sufficient, praiseworthy. If all the trees on earth were pens and the ocean were ink, refilled by 7 other oceans, the worlds of Allah would not be exhausted. Surely Allah is almighty, all-wise. The creation and resurrection of you all is as simple for him as that of a single soul. Surely Allah is all-hearing, all-seeing. Do you not see that Allah causes the night to merge into the day and the day into the night, and it has subjected the sun and the moon, each orbiting for an appointed term, and that Allah is all aware of what you do? Batman. That is because Allah alone is the truth, and what they invoke besides him is falsehood, and because Allah alone is the most high, all great. Do you not see that ship sails smoothly through the sea by the grace of Allah, so that he may show you some of his signs? Surely in this are signs for whoever is steadfast, grateful. And as soon as they are overwhelmed by waves like mountains, they cry out to Allah alone in sincere devotion. But when he delivers them safely to shore, only some become relatively grateful, and none rejects our signs except whoever is deceitful, ungrateful. Oi, humanity! Be mindful of your Lord, and beware of a day when no parent will be of any benefit to your child, nor will a child be of any benefit to the parent. Surely Allah's promise is true, so do not let the life of this world deceive you, nor let the chief deceiver deceive you about Allah. Indeed, Allah alone, with the knowledge of the hour, he sends down the rain. He knows what is in the wombs. No soul knows what it will earn for tomorrow, and no soul knows what its land will die. Surely Allah is all-knowing, all-aware. Auto-tune, but it's not.
You just devalued it.
We'll get. Where am I at on Buddhist texts?
You're devaluing my video.
You check.
That's
check,
all
please.
I care about.
Real as Joe, bro. Every step of the way. I don't lie. Not a
No,
single
I do
fib.
not.
Down in that cave you got there, buddy. Dip, dip. I don't know where I'm at here. I don't remember where I'm at all. Either way you look at it. The discourse on the right use of wealth. Let's do that one. That's actually perfect. The discourse on the right use of wealth. Adiyasatam. Adaya satam. A diadem. Adaya satam. A diadem.
He's a child learning.
I'm assuming this is right. I'm just gonna read this. I have no clue. Translate. I'm not gonna read that though.
Very good.
Thank you for this. At one time, the fortunate one was dwelling near Savati at Anathapatika's ground in Jeddah Wood. Then the householder, Anathapindika, approached the fortunate one, and after approaching and worshipping the fortunate one, he sat down on one side. While sitting on one side, the fortunate one, get off that.
No.
Said this is to the householder, Anathapindica. There are these 5 uses of wealth, householder. Which 5? Dude. Here, householder. A noble discipline with the wealth he has attained through industry and effort, accumulated through the strength of his arms, through the sweat of his brow, righteously, in accordance with the Dhamma, makes himself happy and satisfied, and he looks after himself in a correct and pleasant way. He makes his mother and father happy and satisfied, and he looks after them in a correct and pleasant way. He makes his children, wife, workers, and servants happy and satisfied, and he looks after them in a correct and pleasant way. This is the first use of wealth. You're stabbing a well there. Wealth. Well. TH. There's a trumpet. Dun 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 dun. Well. Over in this corner. Moreover, householder, a noble discipline, with the wealth he has attained through industry and effort, accumulated through the strength of his arms, through the sweat of his brow, righteously in accordance with the Dhamma, makes his friend and comrades happy and satisfied, and he looks after them in a correct and pleasant way. That is the second use of wealth. Moreover, householder, a noble disciple, with the wealth he has attained through industry and effort, accumulated through the strength of his arms, through the sweat of his brow, righteously in accordance with the Dhamma, from whatever dangers there are, from fire, from water, from kings, from thieves, or from unloved heirs, defends his wealth from such dangers, and he keeps himself safe. This is the third use of wealth. Moreover, householder, a noble disciple, with the wealth of his attained through industry and effort, accumulated through the strength of his arms, through the sweat of his brow, righteously in accordance with the Dhamma, makes 5 offerings. Offerings to relatives, offerings to guests, offerings to the departed, offerings to kings, and offerings to the gods. No. This is the 4th use of wealth. Moreover, householder, a noble disciple with the wealth he has attained through industry and effort, accumulated through the strength of his arms, through the sweat of his brow, righteously in accordance with the Dhamma, towards whatever ascetics and brahmanas have put aside pride and heedlessness, who are established in patience and gentleness, who tame themselves, calm themselves, and emancipate themselves. He establishes a beneficial donation for those ascetics and brahmins, which in heavenly itself, and as a happy result leading to heaven. This is the 5th use of wealth. These householder are the 5 uses of wealth. If for a noble disciple, householder, from the uses of these 5 uses of wealth, has wealth goes to destruction, this occurs to him. Whatever good uses for wealth there are, I have used them in that way. Let my wealth go to destruction. He is not remorseful. If for a noble disciple, householder, from the use of these 5 uses of wealth increases, this occurs to him. Whatever good uses for a wealth there are, I have used them in that way. Let my wealth increase. Either way, he is not remorseful. Wealth enjoyed my servants, brothers, for removing dangers, or by me, giving in beneficial donations, also through making the 5 offerings, has been established by the virtuous, skillful one who lives spiritually. The wise one who lives in a house will wish for a wealth, and welfare thanking. That prosperity attained by my cause, lack of remorse. A man remembering this, a person established in nobility, is praised right here and now, and later rejoices in heaven. Sentences of the Law, have I read this? Eugene Watson, what is this? Okay, translated by. Sentences of the Law, Book 1, Pairs, Yamakavaga. It's kind of off, though. Thought is all things first. Thought is of all things foremost. Of thought are all things made. It was thought corrupt. A man speaks or act. Suffering follows him, even as a wheel follows the hoof of the beast of burden. Thought is of all things first. Thought is of all things foremost. Of thought are all things made. If with thought of faith a man speak or act, happiness follows him, even as a shadow never fading. He abused me, he struck me, he defeated me, he robbed me. If any cherish this thought, their hatred never ceases. He abused me, he struck me, he defeated me, he robbed me. If any cherish not his thought, their hatred ceases. Sigil. For not by hatred are hatreds ever quenched here in this world. By love rather are they quenched. This is an eternal law. But others do not understand that we must here counsel ourselves, yet let them understand this, and straight dissension cease. Whoever lives looking for pleasure, exercising no restraint over his senses, immoderate in his enjoyments, indolent, inert, him Mara overpowers, even as the wind overpowers a tree of little strength. Whoever lives looking not for pleasure, exercising restraint over his senses, moderate in his enjoyments, endowed with faith, exerting the power of his will, him Mara does not overpower, even as the wind does not overpower a mountain of rock. Whoever not free from impurity, lacking self-restraint and truth, puts on the yellow robe, he is not worthy of the yellow robe. Whoever is free from impurity, firmly established in the moral precepts, possessed of self-restraint and truth, he is worthy of the yellow robe. They who think to find the truth in falsehood, they who discern but falsehood in the truth, they never attain the goal of truth, but abide in the pasture ground of error. They who have rightly discerned the true in his truth and the false in his falsity, they attain the goal of truth and abide in the pasture ground of right thinking. Even as rain breaks through an ill-thatched house, so lust breaks through an ill-trained mind. Even as rain breaks not through a well-thatched house, so lust breaks not through a well-trained mind. Here he suffers. After death he suffers. The evildoer suffers in both places. He suffers, he is afflicted, seeing the impurity of his own past deeds. Here he rejoices. After death he rejoices. He that has done good works rejoices in both places. He rejoices exceedingly, seeing the purity of his own past deeds. Here he suffers. After death he suffers. The evildoer suffers in both places. He suffers to think, I have done evil. Yet more does he suffer gone to a place of suffering. Here he rejoices. After death he rejoices. He that has done and good works rejoices in both places. He rejoices to think, I have done good works. Yet more does he rejoice gone to a world of bliss. Though he utter much that is sensible, if the heedless man be not a doer of the word, he is like a cowherd counting the cows of others, and has no part in the religious life. Though he utter little that is sensible, if a man live according to the law, if he forsake lust and hatred and delusion, if he have right knowledge, if his heart is truly free, if he cling to naught in this world or in that which is to come, such a man has a share in the religious life. Book 2, Heedfulness. Heedfulness is the way to the deathless. Heedlessness is the way to death. The heedful never die, but they are heedless are, as it were, dead already. Knowing this clearly, they are advanced in heedfulness. Delight in heedfulness and rejoice in the state of the elect. They that devote themselves to meditation, they that are persevering, they that put forth resolute effort, they, the wise, attain nibbana, the highest bliss. And a man exert himself, if he ever be mindful and his deeds be pure, if he be circumspect of conduct, if he control himself, he live in accordance with the law, if he heedful, his glory ever increases. By rousing himself by heedfulness, by controlling himself, by restraining himself, a wise man, Salvador,
I had to deal
may
with
make
it,
for
realizing
himself
they're
an
going to hell.
island,
Is what it is.
which the flood can never overwhelm.
They just dig it deeper.
Simpletons, folk of little intelligence, are given to heedlessness. But the intelligent man preserves heedfulness as his greatest treasure. Give not yourself up to heedlessness. Indulge not in lust and sensual pleasure. For he that is heedful and practices meditation and attains profound happiness. When the wise man banishes heedlessness by heedfulness, he climbs the terrace of wisdom, and free from sorrow looks upon the sorrowing folk of the world. Steadfast as though standing on a mountaintop, he gazes upon the simpleton standing on the ground below. Heedful among the heedless, watchful among the sleeping, even as a racer outstrips a hack, even so goes the wise man. By heedfulness, Magava attained leadership of the gods. All men praise heedfulness. Nay, heedfulness is ever reprobated. A monk who delights in heedfulness and views heedlessness with fear advances like a fire, consuming attachments both small and great. A monk who delights in heedfulness and views heedlessness with fear is not liable to fall away, but is nigh even to Nibbana.
I'm ready to play.
Book 3, Thoughts. Thoughts, unsteady, fickle, difficult to guard, difficult to control. A wise man makes straight even to the fletchery thereof. Like a fish thrown up on dry land from his watery home. These thoughts writhe and quiver in their efforts to shake off the power of Mara. Thoughts are unruly and flighty and flit and flutter wherever they list. It is a good thing to tame the thoughts. Tame thoughts bring happiness. Tame thoughts bring happiness. Thoughts are exceedingly hard to see, exceedingly subtle, and flit and flutter wherever they list. A wise man should guard his thoughts, and guarded thoughts bring happiness. Thoughts wander afar, wander alone, are bodiless, seek a hiding place, whose restrain their thoughts will obtain release from the bond of Mara. He whose heart abides not sets fast, he who knows not the good law, he whose faith flounders about, such a man lacks perfect wisdom. He whose heart is unwetted by the rain of lust, he whose heart is unsigned by the fire of ill will, he who is renounced both good and evil, he who is vigilant, such a man has nothing to fear. Realizing this body is fragile as a jar, establishing these thoughts as firm as a city, one should attack Mara with the weapon of wisdom. One should stand guard over Mara when he is defeated. One should never rest. In no long time this body will lie on the ground, despised with consciousness, departed like a useless log. Whatever a hater may do to a hater, or an enemy to an enemy, thoughts attached to falsehood will do a man yet more harm. Neither mother nor father could do this, nor other relatives besides. Thoughts well directed could do this far better. There's more than the eye may see. Book 4, Flowers. Who shall overcome this earth and its world of Yama, the world of the gods? Who shall pluck the well-taught words of truth, even as a good man plucks a flower? The disciple shall overcome this earth and this world of Yama and the world of the gods. The disciple shall pluck the well-taught words of truth, even the good man pluck a flower. He who knows that this body is like foam, he who clearly comprehends that it is of the nature of a mirage. Such a man will break the flower, dip arrows of Mara, and will go where the king of death will not see him. Even while the man is gathering flowers and is absorbed in pleasure, do a little jig for me. Death comes and carries him off, even as a mighty flood overwhelms a sleeping village. Even while a man is gathering flowers, while his heart is absorbed in pleasure, even before he is satisfied his desires, death overpowers him. Even as a bee, without injuring a flower, or the color, or the scent thereof, gathers the honey, and then flies away, even so should a sage go about a village. Not the faults of others, not things done and left undone by others, only one's own sins of commission and omission should one regard. Like a beautiful flower that possesses color but lacks perfume, so well-spoken words are fruitless to him that doth them not. Like a beautiful flower that possesses both color and perfume, so well-spoken words are fruitful to him that doeth them. Even as from a heap of flowers, a man may make many garlands, even so that he is born a marshal, should perform many good deeds. The perfume of flowers goes not against the wind, nor that of sandal, nor that of tagara or malacca flowers, but the perfume of that righteous goes against the wind. To every point a good man excels fragrance, whether of sandal or of lotus, or of tagara or of vasiki flowers, that perfume of virtue is preeminent. Weak is this perfume tagara and of sandal. The perfume of the virtuous is the finest that is wasted to the gods. If men are endowed with the virtues, live the life of heedfulness. Ooh, no, Wagner, on my DNA. Are emancipated through perfect knowledge. Tomorrow can never find the way to them. As upon a heap of rubbish cast out on the highway, the lotus will grow, sweetly fragrant, delighting the heart. Even so, among them that are as rubbish, blind folk unconverted, the disciple of the supremely enlightened shines with exceeding glory because of wisdom. We'll call it a day on that.
Very good. We brought the Buddhists back. Not that they left or anything, but I'm gonna keep reading. I just do this all day. So as soon as I do like an hour or two of reading, I'll come back and we'll dish it out. I don't know who the hell you are. That's the problem and what been trying to deal with. As you keep running that hydro, that Harley, that Harley. That's where that stutter is coming from. Is that propaganda speaker? That Harley down under there. Yes, I don't know who these people are at all. I've been trying to deal with them the entire time. They come in here and ruin my stream. We'll do this all day until further notice. So a wise man would do well here. Call of Duty is kind of losing its fun though, especially the rank. That's a little rough. They're a little too good. They're a little too spot on. I'll be honest. There's quite a bit of a difference. It's almost like a superhero, you know? One-shotting people and stuff. Oh, look at that. Miraculous shot. But anyway, it's always a pleasure to have you guys back. Trying to keep up with everything, where everybody's at. Solomon, David, who's who, the family members, whether they're telling the truth or not, you know what I mean? The parables, the riddles. Nothing too much there. That's all I really have to say. Nothing too crazy.